Hi everyone, my name is Venus Barlas. I'm presenting increasing patient satisfaction levels with hospital meals through a cost-effective intervention. So according to the 2019 Press Ganey survey, UNMH ranks very low on overall patient satisfaction compared to peers within the UNM University Health System Consortium, and poor patient satisfaction may be linked with quality of food at UNMH, which is at 6th percentile. So we thought of possible ways that we can increase the quality of food here. And one of the things we talked about was the fact that although there are more than 20 different diets and menus for each of these diets, a lot of patients do not receive the menu when they're admitted. And so they get for every meal the default standard meal that the kitchen is sending. Whereas they have the option to order different drinks and food each day for each meal if they had their menu. So what we did was wanted to see how many patients are actually receiving menus and look at the food that they're ordering and look at the satisfaction level with the food. So what we did is conduct surveys over a 2-month period on 4 West and 5 West, and satisfaction between diet types in meal times were compared using confidence intervals in 2 sample t-tests. And our menu is here. It asks patients if they received a menu, whether they've used the menu, why or why not, what they've ordered, if they've ordered anything, and for the meals that they've had, we had them rank it from 1 to 10. So we are currently in PDSA cycle 1 in the study portion. So we had our plan, we carried out the surveys. Now we have studied our results and moving on to ACT, which is taking all the menus, which, like I mentioned earlier, there's 20 plus menus. And interestingly, a lot of them have the same food, just a little bit variations. And combining it into one user-friendly menu that is easy for patients to see and also for nurses to just know to give the one menu to every patient instead of having to figure out which menu the patient needs, which is probably a barrier to why patients are not getting the menus. And so once we do that, we plan on in PDSA cycle 2 to do the same thing, determine whether the patients are using the menus, using surveys again. And this would be a 2-part survey, including patients who have not received a menu and a subsequent survey the following day after they've received a menu to see if there's a change in their satisfaction level. This will also let us know if patients are receiving menus. And from there, that would be PDSA cycle 2. So our results, we collected 103 surveys. Only 37% of patients were given a menu during their stay. And the overall ratings for quality of food was about the same throughout the different meals. 6.5 in breakfast, 6.4 in lunch, 6.3 at dinner. The quality of diet breakfast, which was 5.5, was rated significantly lower than non-diabetic breakfast, which was 6.8. No statistically significant differences were found between the floors, between regular diet versus non-regular diet, and there's between patients who were offered a menu and versus those who were not. The images on the right are just basically kind of what we talked about, but now in histogram form. So you can see the highly rated food is chicken, enchilada, and hamburgers. And these, I failed to mention, these were reported by patients in the free text box. And the poorly rated food were the eggs, the chicken, and the meatloaf. So the chicken is mainly due to, being in both is mainly due to the fact that it's cooked differently and different spice and salt levels make a difference. And when you look at the floors, you see that 4 West has higher ratings for breakfast, and 5 West has higher ratings for lunch and dinner. So in conclusion, 37% of patients are receiving a menu, indicating a significant room for improvement. Patient reports on food quality and taste supply us with useful information for improving meal satisfaction, particularly in the diabetic breakfast trays. So we would like to take this information to the chefs in the kitchen and let them know. They are very involved in our study and are curious to know which foods the patients don't like. And the next steps would be to include a revised and combined menu, like I previously mentioned, of all the diets, hopefully, into one menu, and have routine menu distribution in the patient welcome packets, and again, followed by 100 additional surveys to track the progress. We'd like to thank Dr. Cassie Shaw, Dr. Betty Jane, Dr. Eva Angeli, and Sippy, who are all directors and staff of 4 West and 5 West, who let us conduct the survey and made this happen. Thank you very much.